This is Breakfast Daily, and my guest in the studio, Aisha from the NDC Communications team and Loratu of NPP Communications team. So the discussion gone by was on the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Now we're moving on to another. Now we're really zooming into the space of the NPP. Now, when you visit Citi Newsroom, there's a story put together by Fauzu Masawudu, and it says, contest 2024 elections as an independent candidate, Group 2 Kennedy Agyapong. Details of the story: supporters of Kennedy Agyapong, the recently defeated NPP presidential aspirant, are calling for him to run as an independent candidate in the 2024 elections. Now, this comes after the Asin Central MP lost the NPP's presidential primaries to Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Kwabna Yankee, the group's chairperson, addressing a press conference on Tuesday, cited Mr. Agyapong's significant contributions to Ghana's economic growth as a primary reason for their support. He highlighted Mr. Agyapong's investment in job creation and infrastructure development as evidence of his suitability for the presidency. You can get details of this on Citi Newsroom. But, I mean, the import of what the group is trying to say, that contest 2024 elections as an independent candidate. Loratu, now yes. The Honorable Alan Shamateng has left, to form his movement for change. A group is calling on Kennedy Agyapong to leave. You've already sacked 4 people, right? Or 3?
Did we sack, or is by virtue of the dictates of our
whether they sack themselves, whether you sack them, whatever happened, some 4 people have left. I just want the number. Was it 3 or 4? Ohininto, Yawabe, Abubakar, and who else?
Is it Hobson? Yeah.
Oh, and Hobson are there. Yeah, so 4 people. Yes. Right, so what exactly is going on? I know that after the election, Mr. Kennedy Agyapong himself said that the elections that's the primaries to elect the flag bearer. He himself said that it was free and fair, and because of that, he was very okay. But now a group is coming. Now, after the election, he also came out to say that in the coming days, he will look at what he'll be doing and all that. Another story came out. He said he's not leaving the NPP, like Alan did. But this is a group calling on him. Sometimes you may not want to do something, but when you have the pressure coming in, you may want to reconsider previous decisions you've made. How would that affect you if Kennedy Agyapong leaves NPP?
I mean, I don't think this is even a conversation for us to be having.
You don't care about the group that is asking him to go?
I don't know who constitutes this group. And it will be very hard for me to accept that it's a group made up of genuine NPP people, because anyone who is part of this party knows what the responsibilities of a member is. But let's go to the subject of this discussion. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong himself, on the day that the EC declared His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as the flag bearer and leader of the New Patriotic Party at Accra Sports Stadium, he said and was emphatic that the showdown that he said has been transferred to our compatriots in the NDC. What else does one need to understand? That it was a contest, a leader was, the winner was declared. I mean, technically, these are all men. And I, from the beginning of the process, said, even when there were 10, any of them who came out as the choice of the delegates, majority of the delegates, who beat our opponents hands down. We went through the first process. They were pruned down to 5. Mr. Alan Shamateng decided he wasn't going to take part, and that's within his rights. Right. Yeah. It's freedom of association. He chose not to belong anymore. But that doesn't mean that if he decides to come back, I mean, it's freedom of association. You can choose to belong to any association in this country, any political party in this country. But the moment you decide that I am with party A, the party is governed by rules and regulations put together and agreed on by the conference, which is the highest decision-making body of the party. I mean, the Constitution from 1992 has gone through a lot of amendments to suit current happenings, you know. So once you say, I'm a member of the New Patriotic Party, nobody writes a letter to join a political party. You identify with a polling station, register, get involved in the activities of the political party. And that is what people like Honorable Kennedy Agyapong have done, served the party and got the support of the number of people he got when he made up his mind to join. The contest is over. He has declared his support for the flag bearer and leader of the NPP that he is a member of. He hasn't come out to say anything, but all indications, all his speeches that I've heard are indicative that he will be part of the process to make sure that the NPP retains power, to make sure we give our competitors in 2024 a showdown. We've gone through often constituency elections. We are gearing up for primaries for sitting MPs. So coming at this time with such a call, I think it's not something. And knowing Honorable Kennedy Agyapong and what he said, and you know him, when he says things he means. He's quite outspoken. After saying what he's saying, I think the score is not something that he
this group coming out, we also heard, I don't remember who really said that, but out there that he should be considered as the running mate, because they will form a great force for the leadership of the NPP. No, there's a personal question. I'm not asking that what the party stands on it, but personally, would you think that he should be considered? Would he make a good running mate?
Prima,
yes.
In politics, it's about the appeal, the support, and how you can garner numbers and convince people to believe in it.
And he's proven that he has the numbers.
But he has also said that he's not interested. At least I've heard a couple of statements he's made to that effect. So I don't think it's something that he's considering. But if at the end of the day, the flag bearer, in choosing who he wants to partner with, takes his name to the National Council and the decision-making body of our party, and they agree, why not? He's a man of the party, he's paid his dues, he's done well for his constituents, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Aisha, I don't know if you have something to say, because if you should go by the words of former president, God bless his soul, at Tamils, he says, this is NPP, people who have got their matter. How does that concern you?
They are seeking to govern this nation, so
of course,
anything they do, obviously consensus. Firma, just in the ended MPP primaries, Bawumia lost about almost 40% of the delegates' votes. And that is a big statement.
Yeah.
A very big statement. For Kennedy Agyapong, who entered the race, let me say, a bit late, to be able to campaign and garner as much as about 37 plus something % of the votes, tells you that there are a lot of people in the MPP, even within the MPP, who are not happy with the running mate, who would have probably, they would have think probably because he's been serving as a running a vice president for some time, he has more experience and would have been the best person. But people,
but in terms of political standing, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong has been a politician for quite a very long time as well.
Yeah, but looking at the criteria, usually because Bawumia has been there, he's been very close to the presidency than Kennedy Agyapong. People would have preferred Bawumia to, like they would have preferred Kennedy. However, we saw Bawumia losing about almost 40% of the vote and Kennedy, getting about almost 40%. So I'm not surprised if people in the party thinks Kennedy Agyapong should go independent. We saw it immediately the election results were declared. People who supported Kennedy were on social media. Some were even crying.
It's okay.
Yes, so Makofa, Kennedy, go independent. They were going to throw their support for Kennedy if he decides to go independent. Delegates were seen on TV crying and calling Kennedy to go independent.
But why didn't they vote for him to become the flag bearer if they so desperately want him to be president?
Yeah, but you see, according to research, Kennedy would have done much better than Bawumia, according to research.
No,
so
but about
probably
the grounds?
Not amongst the delegates. According to research, not amongst the delegates, but amongst the MPP sympathizers, Kennedy would have done better than Bawumia.
As a flag bearer?
Yes, as a flag bearer. He would have done better than Bawumia. So I'm not surprised that members of the MPP are calling him to go independent. You see, and I don't think it's going to end anytime soon, because it may seem like all is well, but there are still some scuffles here and there.
But the Kennedy that you know,
yes.
If there are issues, you think Kennedy will sit down?
There are issues.
Like what?
Yes, and I can tell, and I can point to you the issues.
I mean, let's hear them.
Kennedy, as we speak, is sponsoring some candidates.
And you say this on authority. Which candidates?
Against those he thinks went against him in
like who and who?
His own brother is going to contest Asenso Boachi.
Okay.
And they've come out. I've heard videos. I've seen videos. I've heard audios where they've talked about how Asenso campaigned against Kennedy Agyapong and how Kennedy Agyapong is going to punish Asenso Boachi.
I mean, it's an election, so
yes,
that's okay.
Yes, so I'm telling you. And Kennedy is, you know, Kennedy's brother has gone there to contest him. And because the president, we all said in the past, supported Bawumia, but came out and said he is not supporting him. In fact, MPP communicators were all over saying the president did he support Bawumia, he isn't the established candidate. But it's now clear, just after Kennedy's brother declared his intention or has decided to contest Asenso Boachi, the president quickly went there and told the people that if you don't vote for Asenso Boachi, you people have hurt me. Why should the president take a stance in an MPP primaries? And this is what is leaving some bitterness in the hearts of Kennedy Agyapong as we speak. So we can't say...
You see, Kennedy hasn't said he's bitter. So well, if you say you think, that is okay. But if you make emphatic statement, then I'll have a challenge.
Okay, I'm not going to make emphatic statements. All I'm saying are my opinions.
Yes.
All I'm saying are my opinions. And I'm telling you, because, you see, I'm saying this based on audios and videos from Kennedy Agyapong's brother himself that I have seen and heard.
That I haven't seen.
I have seen.
That's fine.
I have seen on social media. I've listened to the audio. You see? And obviously, from the narrative, Kennedy is still not a happy man. Because it still looks like the president wants, you know, the people who even supported Bawumia not to suffer for that. So he's going to Bantama to campaign for Asenso Boachi. And this is Kennedy Agyapong's brother also contesting him there. What do you think we are doing? Do you think there's going to be unity? That unity that you are seeking to have so that you can forge ahead in the 2024 elections, are you going to have it? You're not going to have it. But then again, Kennedy Agyapong, whatever group there is that is calling him to come and contest, the group, I think, should have a rethink of their decision. You know why? No. Kennedy, in just the last week, was part of the people who approved the obnoxious taxes that were passed. He's part of them. This is a man who had come out to tell us that Nanado's governments have imposed so much taxes, they've brought so much hardship to the people of Ghana. He would come and do a different thing, and that he is not in support of the hardship Ghanaians are going through. So if today there are more taxes that are going to burden the taxpayer the more and impoverish them the more and probably the 8.5 million Ghanaians that have been pushed down the poverty level are going to be more, why do you vote yes for such obnoxious tax, Kennedy? You are an unprincipled person. And if there is such a group that is calling him out, they should know this man, whatever he's doing, is for his own selfish interest. Of course. How different is Kennedy from the MPP? Because this is a party that you have criticized. You've tried to extricate yourself from them, claiming they did all the bad things, excluding you. Then we wake up, and you're part of those who have approved such obnoxious budget to be imposed on the poor citizens you claim to be fighting for. Frema,
yes,
this is a man who is playing double standards, and I don't think he deserves any support from any group. Whatever he's doing is for his own selfish interest. Kennedy Agyapong, the entire NPP, Dukadaya, the same. No difference. So if he comes, yes, you would have said, okay, because I'm NDC, it would have been good for me because he's going to, you know, take some votes away from the NPP, obviously.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the NDC, it will be easier for the NDC to sail through. But like I said, whether Kennedy continues to be in the NPP and support Bawumia, or he departs from the NPP and forms his own political party, nothing's for
of a difference, right?
Nothing's
So,
for.
this is where we are. So we'll look at what happens in the coming days. Is it going to go?
Frema.
Yes, I wanted us to
I
go
was
to
surprised
NMC.
that you
Yeah.
allowed some of the things that were being
Well,
said to be
they
said.
are opinions, you know, so-
This is a clear case of if you live in a glass house, you don't throw stones.
I
You
didn't
get
I didn't
it?
want us to get
this,
here.
This is a, no,
Yeah.
no, but sometimes you need to control some of these
Laura,
things.
you
We
have
don't-
60
we
seconds,
don't- we
because
don't-
I
we
really
don't-
want us to talk
we don't
about
come
the
here to
NMC issues.
conjecture.
Yeah.
We don't come here to throw around rumors.
Yeah.
I mean, I can obviously say that they're finding difficulty in choosing a running mate. Since when did
But
they
Dr.
elect
Bawumia
them?
says we should
You
give him
get
more
it?
time.
No,
How
no,
many-
no, but when was Dr. Bawumia elected? Less than 2 months ago.
But he knew he was
This
going to
was
contest, so at least you
get
know
it.
the people.
The NPP
Yes.
is a party of people with minds of their own. We don't go around touting presumptive candidates. Everybody has the right to contest. And if they care to know, Dr. Bawumia has gotten the highest percentage when it comes to our presidential primary. That's how competitive our primaries are. We don't gag people to toe one line. Our motto is development in freedom, and everyone has the right to express their rights and contest. We don't whip people behind one candidate. And every election, when contested, comes with its own people. People are passionate about people they believe in. But that doesn't mean they throw the party's ideals to it. People believe in the NPP and the elephant, and inshallah, we're breaking the 8
We wish you well.
with Dr. Bawumia.